Hi, I want to talk today about using Cami to OCR a document. Now, if I was to open up a document that's not OCR'd and I open it up with Cami, Cami acts like it OCRs the document. It turns out it doesn't work at all, and Cami does not OCR a document. So if Cami goes to try to OCR this document, for instance, and it takes a little while, and it'll go ahead and say all of a sudden that it's been OCR'd up here, actually in the top right-hand corner, that it's done that, it is a big liar, and it doesn't work. In fact, right now, I'm trying to use it to do the text-to-speech, and it still hasn't said it's OCR'd this document. Now it says. So it says it's a scanned OCR, and technically, if you go and highlight this, and I've got on the speaking tool, it should be talking to me. It not only does not, but it OCRs this whole thing as just periods. So I'm going to take it off that so that it stops doing that. And I'm going to try to copy this text, and I'm going to copy it to a new Google Doc just to show you what it looks like, what it copies. Sure, create a shared document. And if I paste that Google Doc, you can see it sees all periods, which is absolutely nothing and is completely unusable. You can't use the reader, you can't cut and paste. It doesn't work at all. However, that doesn't mean Cami can OCR. It turns out it can, you just need to do it a different way. So I'm going to go ahead over here to the menu and go down to where it says OCR for scanned PDFs, which sounds like it's the same tool that just happened, but it is in fact not. So once I open up this OCR tool, I just click on Google Drive and I click on the PDF that I want to OCR. So I'm going to go to Classroom and the career connections and the exact same one that I was just looking at, this 3.4 building a Lego house. So it uploads it into Cami. I just say next. It goes through and you can see it's going to take 15 seconds to OCR the document. And it's going to OCR it, and then I'm going to say download into or export into Google Drive, and it says it's exporting into Google Drive. It does not put it the same place, and it does not save it in the same folder. So if I go back to my drive now and go to, well, you can see right there, it's the most recent thing that's up there. So if I open this one, first of all, I'm going to move it. So I'm going to go ahead and move it to where I want that OCR'd one, which is obviously more difficult than it should have been. I'm going to move it back into Mr. Niehouse's class to chapter 3 and say move there, and then it's going to say, hey, this is going to be shared, and we'll say yay, because that's where it's supposed to be. So I'm going to go here, and so now I've got this chapter 3.4 right here, which is the non-OCR'd one, and I've got this one that Cami just did. So I'm going to do something. I'm going to go and say rename, and I'm going to copy this document name. I'm going to copy it to this one and call it B at the end, just so we know which one's with which. So I've got this new one. Now, if I open this one now with Cami, so I'm going to go ahead and click that one, and I open with Cami. Now it's a completely different document. In fact, I'm going to close these other ones so we don't get confused here. Now if I turn on the speech tool and highlight it, it can read the whole thing the way it's supposed to, if you could hear that. If I go and select that and copy it, and I want to paste it into that new project that I made, so where's that untitled document, and I paste that in here now, I actually get the text. So Cami's on-the-fly OCR tool is 100% not working. But it doesn't mean it doesn't OCR, it's just a lot more difficult than it was intended to be when Cami was purchased. So we can OCR it, we can make it so the text reader works, and that students can copy and paste out of Cami. You just can't do it the easy way, which was to just open it up and have it work in Cami. So once I've gone through that process, basically I'm going to take the one that's not OCR'd, and I'm just going to delete it, and then I'm only going to use the one that is OCR'd. So now I've just got the OCR document that I can use. Now, what are the big advantages of this? Before, if I wanted to find a document that was talking about Legos, and I put in the word Lego in there, if it's in the title of the document, it would have never found it. Now, because it's OCR'd, it could go and we could hit the word Lego, and it would find everything that has the word Lego in it, which wouldn't find any words in this same document because it wasn't OCR'd before. So OCR makes the documents more organizable, if that's a word, and it makes it more searchable, and it makes it screen readable. It does all those things that we want our online documents to be. It's just more steps than we originally hoped it would take for that to happen.